Can I interest you in some incredibly specific but also totally useless knowledge? Perfect, let's talk about the different types of insect antennae. So the antennae of insects are very, very important sensory organs for insects. They act as a olfactory sense to sense smells. They can also sense vibrations, changes in temperatures and humidity, a lot of different things. And they come in many different shapes and forms, such as the one in this cockroach. They have what are called setaceous antennae, meaning they start off thicker at the base and taper towards a point at the end, and they are in different segments that are kind of bristle-like. Setaceous antenna is also commonly seen in things like cicadas and dragonflies and mayflies, but is very prominent in these cockroaches. Next is the filiform antennae, which is more thread-like. It's found in insects such as grasshoppers and other orthoptera. It is kind of like the cetaceous ones, but instead of tapering to a point at the end, it is a uniform thickness the whole way down. Next we have the maniliform antennae, which is seen in this termite, also in a couple types of beetles, and it is kind of beaded all the way down. Each segment, instead of blending into the next one, it has a distinct kind of orb shape. Next we have the serrate antennae, which is kind of toothed or saw-like. Each segment is kind of triangle-shaped and pointing up, so it does look like the teeth on a saw, and it's most common in many types of beetle species, such as this one, which is a leaf beetle. Next we have the incredibly extravagant pectinate antennae, which is found in types of bugs like sawflies and some beetles. It's described as being comb-like and very good at sensing pheromones and other chemicals in the air because of their very large surface area. Next we have the bipectinate, which is very similar to the pectinate, however, instead of the bristles being only on one side, like in the beetle we just saw, it is on both sides of the antenna like this moth, and it is the most commonly found in the various types of moth species. Again, it has a very high surface area, which makes it very good at sensing very subtle changes in pheromones and vibrations, and they're very sensitive. Next we have the clavate, which is described as being club-like, common in many types of beetle species. The segments of the antenna start out thin but gradually go towards a wider club shape at the end. Clavate is similar to the next one, capitate, which is most commonly found in butterflies. It's also described as being club-like, but instead of gradually widening, it's just kind of the last segment, which is wider than the rest of the antenna. Next is kind of a weirder one, the aristate antenna, which is described as being a large kind of pouch segment, which you can kind of see up here, with one hair or bristle coming out of it, and it's pretty much only seen in different types of diptera, largely just houseflies. Next is the pillows type of antenna, which is seen in this mosquito. It's described as being kind of bristly, almost like a mascara wand, and is very similar to plumose, which I couldn't find a very good picture of. But plumose is pretty much the same as pillows, there's just more bristles, making it a little bit more feathery. Then we have the geniculate, which is kind of a bent antenna, like a straw perhaps. It's most commonly seen in different types of Hymenoptera, meaning bees, wasps, and ants. Next we have the stylate antenna, which is just small and pointy, like you can see up here in this robber fly enjoying a tasty meal. It's just a very small, thin, pointy antenna, and is most commonly seen in flies such as robber flies like this one, and bee flies, and a couple other species. Next we have a very interesting one, the flabellate, which is described as being fan-like. It's mostly found in different types of beetles, as well as some wasps and some moths. And again, it has a very large surface area for detecting different vibrations and pheromones. And then we have the very last one, the lamellate, which are kind of tips that kind of fold into each other and open up, I guess. It's kind of described as being like a stack of plates, but also a little bit fan-like. And it's most commonly seen in different types of beetles, such as this one, the scarab beetle. And that is different types of insect antenna. Out of all of the useless information you've learned from my account, this might be up there with some of the most useless. Hope you enjoy!